Hey everyone, it is Wild Animal Week or Safari Week, so I have my safari hat on for you, so you guys can dress however that means to you. So maybe you have a shirt with like a cool lion on it, or you have a safari hat, maybe you have like a animal mask, something like that. Definitely wear it this week to class. But we're gonna get started with our student create, so feet together, hands by your side. I'm a dedicated martial artist. Student create begin. I must develop myself in a positive manner and avoid anything that could reduce my mental growth or physical health. Number 2, I must develop self-discipline in order to bring out the best in myself and others. Number 3, I must use common sense before self-defense and never be abusive or offensive. Number 4, winners never quit, quitters never win. I choose to be a winner. Number 5, this is a black belt school. We are dedicated. We are motivated. We are on a quest to be our best. Asa. Ready, set, courtesy. So this month our star word is responsibility. Say responsibility. And remember, when we take responsibility for something, it means that we are owning the consequences of our actions and decisions. So if we do something, there'll be a consequence. That consequence may be good, that consequence may be bad. But whatever the outcome is, we take our accountability for that consequence. So today, in this week, we're talking about how as you get older, as you do more things, as you demonstrate that you can be responsible, you're gonna earn more responsibility. It's kind of like a blessing and a curse all at once, because when you can have more responsibility, it means that you are learning and growing and maturing, but you need to rise to that responsibility. We need to hold ourselves continually accountable. So keep that in mind for this week. In video B, I'll give you a little responsibility challenge so you can put the star word into practice. And remember that for stripe test next week, you will need to fill out your star sheet. So make sure you get that from either at McCoy's or on the MAK website. And lastly, before we really dive into class, I want you to think about how can you hold yourself responsible for your martial arts and your karate today in class. How are you going to show up as your best and hold yourself responsible to that standard? All right, so let's get started with class. All right, so if you've been doing these videos all along, you're probably a pro at this by now. But if you have to, pause the video. You're going to need 4 objects. We're going to use 4 soft objects. So this is something that if you step on it, you won't break it, and if you step on it, it won't break you. So I have some of my sparring gear. But if you have to, pause the video, go get 4 soft objects. All right, once you have your 4 soft objects, what you're gonna do is you're gonna space them out like we've been doing all month. You're gonna put one down at your starting point. Then you're gonna stand, put another one down, stand in the middle, put another one down, stand in the middle, put another one down. Now, if you don't have a lot of space, you can do this with just 2 objects. And you can just go back and forth between the 2. So we're working on accuracy this month. Say accuracy. And next week, you're gonna earn your green stripe for accuracy. And we think of green with accuracy because we wanna get better and better every time. So this is our accuracy drill for this week. And we've leveled up each week this month. We started with regular push-ups and sit-ups, then we did some burpees and some modified sit-ups. So this week, I'm gonna show you some different drills that you'll have to do, along with some kicks and bringing in some accuracy into those kicks too. So the first drill you're gonna do is we're gonna work our push-up position. I'm just gonna show you it here, and then I'll show you what the expectation is with running with the objects. But what we're gonna do is pretty much a plank walk. So you're going to get in a push-up position. All right, so your shoulders are lined up above your wrists, or your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your back is flat. You're pulling your heels away from you, kind of like pushing back towards that back wall. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go down on your elbow, down on the other elbow, try to keep your back as flat as possible. Then you're gonna go up, up. So that whole thing would be one. So a little quicker, doing one whole plank walk would look like this. Down, down, up, up. All right, so that's the drill. Now with the objects, what you're gonna do, start at your starting point, run to the objects. You're gonna do 4 plank walks. So you're gonna go plank, down, down, up, up, that's 1. Down, down, up, up, that's 2. All the way to 4. Run back to your starting point. Go to the second one, 4 plank walks. Run back to your starting point. Go to the next one, 4 plank walks, starting point. Last one, 4 plank walks, and then you can work your way back if you make that through. Music's gonna come on. You're gonna have about 1.5 minutes to try to get through at least once. If you get through once, see how many more you can get. But remember, I just showed you the expectation on how to do it. It's your responsibility to make sure you do it right. All right, so have some fun with it.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata. It ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata?
Yeah, it's our motto.
What's a motto?
Nothing. What's the motto with you?
Nice! Boom! Those 2 words will solve all your problems.
Yeah. Take Pumbaa here. Why? When he was a young warthog.
When I was a young warthog!
How you feeling?
It's an emotional story.
He found his aroma lacked a certain appeal. He could clear the savannah after every meal.
I'm a sensitive soul, although I seem thick-skinned. And it hurt that my friends never stood downwind.
I was always here for you and I resented it.
And oh, the shame!
Yes, he was ashamed.
I thought of changing my name.
I mean, to what, Brad?
And I got downhearted. Every time that I farted, are you gonna stop me?
No, I'm not. You disgust me. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze.
All right, so now we're gonna level up with our sit-ups. We're gonna do a little bit of a modified sit-up. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like, just like we did with the last drill, and then you'll have a turn. So you're gonna get down on the ground. You're gonna put your hands behind you just a little bit, and then put your feet in front like this. Then what you're gonna do is keep your hands on the ground, and you're gonna lift your feet up. So you're kind of balancing on your butt a little, and you're gonna make your legs straight, and then bend. That is 1. So if I were to do 5, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're engaging your lower ab muscles with this. Now, if that is easy, awesome, there's a challenge you can do. You can take your hands off the ground, put them out in front like this, like you're raising the roof, and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so you can do either one of those drills for your sit-ups. So same thing with our setup. You're gonna do first object, you're gonna do 5. Those are called boat sit-ups. Run back. Second one, 5 boat sit-ups. Run back. Third one, 5 boat sit-ups. Run back. Fourth one, 5 boat sit-ups. If you get through that in the 1.5 minutes, see how many more times. But remember, be responsible and make sure you're doing the technique right. If you're doing it wrong, you're not helping your body build muscle where it needs to. All right, so get after it.
Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Yeah, sing it, kid.
It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
All right, now we're working some accuracy with our roundhouse kick. So roundhouse kick, just like every other kick, has 4 parts. Repeat after me, say chamber, kick, rechamber, down. Those are our 4 parts. So if we're using our front leg, you can either follow along with me for this or watch, whatever's better for your learning. With your front leg, you're gonna bring your leg up, you're gonna point your knee towards your target, which is straight in front of you. Your other toes, I wanna note, are facing the opposite direction. All right, so your other toes are facing the back, and then you bring your knee up. My toes are also pulled back. The reason for this is because when we kick with a roundhouse kick, we kick with the shoelace part of our foot or with our whole shin. So when we do our roundhouse kick, our hands stay up. We do our chamber, whoop, kick, rechamber, down. Try to do it without the bounce. All right, so we're gonna do front leg roundhouse kick, 3 kicks. We're gonna switch and do the other side as well. All right? So, guard stance, whatever leg's in front. Ready? You're gonna do it along with me now. Chamber, kick, rechamber, down. That was 1. Let's do our next one. 2, chamber, kick, rechamber, down. It's okay if you need to bounce to catch your balance or even put your foot down and pick it back up. Last one on this side. 3, chamber, kick, rechamber, down. And switch your stance, same thing on this side. Ready? Chamber, kick, rechamber, down. That was 1. 2, chamber, kick, rechamber, down. That was 2. Last one, best one. Ready? Chamber, kick, rechamber, down. I fell over on that last one. That's okay, because I'm getting better and better just like you guys are. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to do this at least twice. You're gonna put one leg in front. I'm gonna start with my left leg. You're gonna run to your first object, do 3 roundhouse kicks. Run back. Next object, that same leg you used, you're gonna use it again. 3 roundhouse kicks. And back. Go to the third object, same leg you used. 3 roundhouse kicks. And back, so it's the 4th one. Again, same leg you used. 3 roundhouse kicks. And back. You're gonna run back. Come all the way back to the 4th one. That's when you switch. So whatever leg you didn't do, you're gonna do 3 roundhouse kicks, run back, use that new leg again, 3 roundhouse kicks, and back, so on and so forth. So if you make it through 8 times, you go through 4, and then you go back with 4. By the end, see if you can do it again. All right, that's your challenge. But remember, bring that accuracy. We just worked our chamber kick, rechamber down. Do that every single time you kick. All right? Get after it.
It means no
Matata. One more time.
Oh, no, I think we did
I think we got this one.
Yeah.
We're just getting in the groove.
No, let's leave him wanting more.
Yeah, you've grown 400 pounds since we started.
Meanwhile, I look exactly the
It
same.
means no worries.
Tell him to stop.
You insisted we sing this song.
I insisted you started singing it.
It's our signature song. We shouldn't be sharing it.
But it's our signature song, so we have to. Look, just tell him to stop.
It means no worries.
Oh, now he's riffing, Kuma. This is a nightmare.
It actually is kind of.
Alright, I still have my safari hat on my back though. We are going to go into the forms portion of class. So we're going to go all the way through the form. We'll do some review of details with accuracy. So this week we're focusing on those details because next week or next video, video B, there'll be a accuracy challenge. All right, so really take in what we go over today so you'll be prepared for video B and for stripe test next week. All right, so this is Action Karate Form 3 all the way through with detail. All right, so pay attention, take it all in, because then you'll have some time to practice it on your own. Feet together, hands by your side. Action Karate Form 3, man. Horse stance, ayah. And remember, in that first move, we're visualizing someone behind us, and we're taking the points of our elbow and throwing them back. Move number 1, something's trying to kick us. We're gonna block in front with our right hand. Our right leg's bent, our left leg straight. We're blocking, again, with our right hand. We make an X, that right hand's in front, and then we're doing a knife hand block. When we block with our knife hand, that's the pinky blade part right here, that's what we're using to hit the target. So you freeze, I'm gonna come a little closer. When you're doing that block, you're taking this big chunk of your hand and blocking. And then when you do that strike, you're taking the pinky blade part, and that's what you're striking with. All right, so hopefully you stayed frozen. I'll come meet you here. Now you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you're gonna come through horse stance, go to front stance, block the target in front, make that X. This time the left hand's in front, and the left hand does a knife hand chop. Now our left hand's gonna step up. We're gonna do a cup and saucer hidden technique. So that right hand is on our back hip, our wrist is up, our left hand is in front, and it goes on top of that back hand. Now we're gonna take a step out, and we're gonna throw a back fist with our left hand. It's called a back fist because we're literally taking the back of our fist, and that's what's hitting the target. Now I'm intentionally telling you which parts are hitting the target, because remember, part of accuracy is not only doing it right, but hitting the right target with the right part. So we're taking our back fist, we're hitting the target. The target could be the side of the temple, it could be someone's solar plexus or tummy. Those are 2 spots that you might hit. The next move, the right leg's gonna step forward. We're gonna throw a regular punch. All right, so when we throw a punch, we take our 2 first knuckles, and that's what we're using to drive forward, and that's the part of our hand that's hitting the target. Again, this target could be the solar plexus. That's most likely where it is. It might also be the throat, but those are just 2 possibilities. Next, our left leg's the one that's moving. Our right leg's not gonna move. Our left leg steps behind. We make an X. Our right hand's in front because we're gonna do a descending back fist. Again, we're using the back of our hand, or the back of our fist. It comes straight down like we're hitting someone on the bridge of the nose. Then without stepping, really we're just turning our feet. We're gonna unspin, and again, throw a back fist. So now you hit them on the bridge of the nose with a descending back fist. This one might be the temple or the solar plexus. Then without moving our feet, probably their head's like this if we just hit them in the head, we're gonna turn, or we're gonna throw a reverse punch. This time our punch is vertical, but same thing, using those front 2 knuckles to punch in their solar plexus. Then we're gonna turn our front toes, because remember, when we do a roundhouse kick, our toes need to end facing backwards. We're gonna do a roundhouse kick. So we're gonna take our shoelace part of our foot, kick them in the side of the head, and then we're gonna land with a chop to the side of the throat. Ready? So let's do that together. Go. Roundhouse kick, chop. And set. Victory. Humility. Courtesy. Man, now it's your time to practice. You're gonna have about 3 minutes. I want you to go through the form over and over and over again, thinking about those details. A good way to practice so that you're working on the accuracy of hitting the target is visualize like you're actually hitting something. Picture in front of you what you're hitting and then use the techniques the way that I just showed you to hit that target. All right, so you have about 3 minutes. Get to practicing.
Find table space to say your social graces. Bow your head, their pies here, but you and I, we're pioneers. We make our own rules, our own room, no bias here. Let them sell what they are selling, there no bias here. So gather all the rebels now, we'll rebel rouse and sing aloud. We don't care what they say, no way, no way. And we will leave the empty chairs of those who say we can't sit there. We're fine all by ourselves. So we brought our drum and this is how we dance. No mistaking, we make our breaks. If you don't like our 808s, then leave us alone, cause we don't need your policies. We have no apologies for being. Find me where the wild things are. We'll be alright. Don't mind us, yeah. Find me where the wild things are. We'll be just fine. Don't mind us, yeah. Find me where the wild things are. I lose my balance on these eggshells. You tell me to tread. I'd rather be a wild one instead. Don't wanna hang around the in crowd. The cool kids aren't cool to me. They're not cooler than we are. So we brought our drum and this is how we dance. No mistaking, we make our breaks. If you don't like our 808s, then leave us alone, cause we don't need your policies. We have no apologies for being. Find me where the wild things are. We'll be alright. Don't mind us, yeah. Find me where the wild things are. We'll be just fine. Don't mind us, yeah. We will carve our place into time and space. We will find our way, or we'll make a way. Say hey, hey, find your gray. Don't you hide your face. Let it shine, 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 shine. So we brought our drum and this is how we dance. No mistaking, we make our breaks. If you don't like our 808s, then leave us alone, cause we don't need your policies. We have no apologies for being. Find me where the wild things are. We'll be alright. Don't mind us, yeah. Find me where the wild things are. We'll be just fine. Don't mind us, yeah. Find me where the wild things are.
All right, so we'll be practicing our self-defense now. Self-defense is hidden sword. Say it's a hidden sword. Because this is our knife hand like a sword, and that's what we're hiding. So someone is behind you, choking you like this, and you need to do the self-defense. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna review the self-defense, and then you'll have some time to practice on your own. And again, like our form, I'm going to have a little extra challenge for you in video B this week for accuracy. So this is really foundational, practicing accuracy, really bringing it. Hopefully you continue to practice throughout the week and like during the day and stuff. Like a great time to practice is if you're watching TV and there's a commercial, do your self-defense real quick in the air until the commercial's over. Anyways, let's do our hidden sword self-defense. So someone's choking from behind, do this with me, hands up. I don't want any trouble. We take our left hand, that's our hidden sword, we put it by our right ear. We take a baby step with our right foot. Remember, when we do that, we're just moving our bottom half, we're not moving our shoulders. Then we're gonna turn and strike our hands out of the way with that knife hand, just like a sword. Then we're gonna punch, then we're gonna kick, land forward, and then we need to cover out. When we cover out, we take one step in front of our foot, keep our eyes on the target, uncross our feet for a two-step, and then step around, keeping our eyes on the target and getting in our guard stance. All right, so that's the whole hidden sword self-defense. Let's go through it one more time together, but I'm just gonna say go this time. Hands up. I don't want any trouble. Go. Step. Hide the sword. Turn and strike. Punch. Kick. Cover out. 1 step. 2 step. Ayah. And time. So you're gonna have about 3 minutes. I want you to practice your self-defense, really thinking about how you would be hitting the opponent. So really visualize that someone's actually attacking you and where you're placing your hand or your foot when you're hitting them and defending yourself. All right, so you have about 3 minutes, get to practicing. Let's end our safari wildlife class with our principles of being black belt. Feet together, hands by your side. I'm a dedicated student of the martial arts. And I live by the principles of being a black belt. And they are integrity, concentration, perseverance, respect and obedience, self-control, humility, indomitable spirit, knowledge, power, black belt, courtesy. Give yourself a hand.